Hello and welcome. Today is May 14th, 2025. Super excited to be here with each and every one of you. I'm Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne. I'm the founder of Holistic Fitness and Why, and also the founder of Holistic Healing Magazine. And I'm super excited to come here today to have a conversation with one of the contributors. She's not just a contributor, she's actually an elite contributor. And what is an elite contributor? How is a lead contributor different from a contributor? Is an elite contributor is contributing an article every month, which means Sherisse has wisdom, insight to share with each and every one of our readers, including me, because I get to read all these fabulous articles that she does share. And she was our cover girl. We seem to be calling it the cover girl of the month. Here she is, right here on the front cover. And if you have not already purchased the copy of the April issue, know that you can do so. You can go to my website, Holistic Fitness and Why, and you can just go over to all the links and find the magazine itself, and you can stroll down and you can get that copy. Or for that matter, you can make it simple and just reach out to either Sherisse or I to get that link to purchase it directly. So Sherisse, just introduce yourself, tell us who you are and where you're from, and also your professional title.
Okay. Hi, I'm Sherisse Marie. I am from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, so way up in the frozen north. And professional title depends on the day mostly, but I am the founder and or co-founder of Raving Superfans, which is a holistic summit business where we have women's events, well, women and men's events, kind of every month where people do talks and do all kinds of fun things. And then I also have a side business called Tranquility Soul Spa, which was my initial business, which is all things magical, mystical, past life regression, Reiki, life coaching, getting in touch with spirit, all of that kind of stuff. So I've got a kind of a big basis in the holistic healing area, which is fantastically fun.
Yes, yeah. So I believe anything holistic is always fun. Now, of course, your way of spelling holistic and my way of spelling holistic is slightly different. You spell holistic with the H, yes?
Yep.
Yes, and I
But I
spell
get why the WH, right? That's holistic, all of
yes,
it. Yes. Yeah,
exactly. And actually been a really interesting big question in 2025 that I've been receiving from many different interviews that I go on, where they ask me, why do I spell holistic with a W and not just an H? Because I emphasize like it's holistic with a W. And the reason being is it is about the whole person. When we speak of the holistic journey, it's about the mind, the body, the emotions, and the soul that we embark in. So we have to be mindful of that. And that's why the magazine itself, just like the business name is Holistic Healing. So when anyone participates, contributes an article, it's to help the readers go through their healing journey, no matter what the contributor is writing about. And a little bit
absolutely.
about what's that?
Absolutely. Love it.
Yes, yes, and a little bit about this cover. For one, the first comment that I received when most people saw this cover was that it was so calming and peaceful and relaxing because you just have just a calm, peaceful face. And the
I
colors,
try.
of course, and it's so interesting because we did not plan this photograph. For those who are interested in knowing, and I'm just going to give a little history about Sherisse's astrological makeup, at least a part of it. That she's a Taurus, correct?
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
And
Through and
as a
through.
Taurus, exactly. Well, Taurus sun energy is what you're here to become. Your rising energy is actually who we get to see. Although in this cover, we are definitely getting to see a lot of that Taurus because Taurus are grounded and focused and rooted. And that's all of that. And it's just so perfect, so beautiful, and
Thank
that's
you.
actually the feedback that I was getting when many people were purchasing the magazine, when I was actually going around in my neighborhood and showing the magazine off and getting potential customers to purchase the magazine. They're like, oh my God, that the cover itself is so calming and relaxing. We want to read the magazine. So yeah, so that was like the feedback that I received just from the magazine itself. And I was just like, wow, that is just when I put this picture on, I was like, wow, calming.
Thank you.
And
Yeah,
your eyes are just so inviting.
thank you.
Yeah, so
I'm
inviting.
blushing.
So yeah,
But
yes,
yeah,
yes,
I mean,
yes,
that's the vibe, right? We want to be, as a Taurus, everything is all about home for me, right? It's got to feel like I'm at home. And that is definitely the way that I try to live my life, for sure. And
exactly,
the
exactly.
brand that the brand that I try and present is your home. I'm home. We're home in these little meat suits that we call our bodies, and we're home just in this experience. And the more of that, the more grounded we can be, the better everything becomes, for sure.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And just see the title below her name, which is how she starts her own brand. And she spoke about her brand in regards to her monthly summit that she does have, and of course, um, I'm hearing to call it your side hustle, which actually is your primary position. Your monthly summits probably is more of the side hustle. Yes.
Probably more accurate, but yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Um,
Yes. Yes. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna open to your actual article.
okay.
Loving it. And of course, Sherisse has her copy there as well.
Ooh, it's so
Yeah,
pretty.
loving that, loving that, loving the
And
photos.
one of my soul
And
dogs there, Maggie. She was such a
ah,
sweet dog. She just passed a couple years ago, so she was
yes,
such a sweetheart.
yes. And I'm just gonna randomly just pull out a question to ask you from what's in here. And my eye is
Yeah.
just going over to what is your superpower and what and how do you use it?
Oh, my superpower is probably that I am really, really good at helping people figure out how to talk about their thing in a way that gets them to want, that gets their audience to want to say yes. I would say that's probably my biggest superpower. I am a pretty decent communicator. I love copywriting. I'm always learning how to do more of it, how to do it better. And one of the things that I'm really, really good at when it comes to clients is being able to have a conversation with them where at the end they're they are really, really excited about what it is that they're offering to the world and a new way to talk about it, which is always fascinating to me.
I love
And
that.
if someone comes to me once a week for a year and asks the same thing, like, how do I talk about my thing? At the end of the year, the answer is different every week. Like, because it depends on their energy, right? It depends how they want to play in their energy, how they want to show up that week is super important. But that's all part of branding, right? Like, you can be the same person, but maybe this week you need to talk about this piece, and this week you need to talk about that piece. And right now, what's feeling really important for you is this piece right over here. And all of those are the whole, and different pieces of that are going to impact you in different ways and going to be more exciting for different pieces of people in your audience, which is super important to know.
I love that. And my next question, based on what's written in the magazine, what is your favorite superpower? Excuse me, superhero, and why?
Ooh.
The answer's in the magazine.
I know. I'm gonna, but I'm living what I'm saying, right? So I think I said Wonder Woman, and I think still Wonder Woman because the ability to transform ourselves or hide pieces of ourselves or be the superhero that we need to be or that our audience wants us to be or that our friends or family need us to be, that is incredibly powerful. Plus, I just love, let's be honest, I just love that she has a lasso of truth, so nobody can lie to her. Just
I love
like, please let me have that power.
yes, I love that too. I'm gonna go with one more question, and that question
Okay,
is if someone gave you money to live out your deepest desire, what would you create?
I would probably create a collective of entrepreneurs who were struggling with their marketing and their messaging and even just with their business and they didn't know what was wrong. That's probably what I would do. Like I would just collect them all and then I would probably, hi, I'm a Taurus and I'm a little bossy because I'm also the oldest sibling. I would probably make them listen to me and do all the things that I need them to do so that they can actually be successful. Over their dead body, I will make them successful.
I love
I
that.
mean,
I love that. And I don't know, I we need to dive into your astrology chart to find out if all of this is really coming from your Taurus energy or if there's something else going on. Because I have a feeling your rising sign is playing a big role in your bossiness.
yeah,
Anyway,
I've got Virgo in my rising, so that probably makes
there we
sense.
go. There we
Yeah,
go. The organizer, the creator, the planner, the planner, the let's get things done. There you
yeah,
go. Do you know what house
absolutely.
you have? Do you know what house? Well, Virgo first house. So that's all about self and how you want to be seen. So you definitely want to be seen as the leader, as the boss. I love that.
Sometimes I want to just play in the background, but yes. It's fun to be the person who's taking control of a situation and turning it to their way that they want it to work out. And I find that a lot of entrepreneurs that are very successful have that capability or that interest to turn that situation into the situation that they need it to be so that they can have the results that they want. If you're a little more passive, you can still be successful, but you really need someone then in the background who's also good at that to kind of like push you along into the success that you need.
Exactly, exactly. It's so interesting because again, now that we're on astrology just for a moment long, and then we're going to come back to the book, to the magazine. Which
Absolutely.
Sherisse being the Virgo rising and the Sun Taurus, that means she's a double Earth sign, which is again comes back to this focus and this calmness that she does have. So she's not this ball of fire exploding. She's this calm, being able to put things in order, which is a great quality to have. Moving into that, since being on the cover of the
Mhm.
magazine. First of all, was this the first time you were ever on the cover of a magazine?
Absolutely. And let me tell you, the bragging rights this has afforded me. I actually had this out for about 2.5 weeks. And every time I got on a call with somebody, I'd be like, I'm on the cover of a magazine. Look, aren't I pretty?
Yes, yes. Which brings me to the next and probably final question. How has it been being on the front cover? Has that changed you a little bit? What has it done for you since being on the front cover, other than having bragging rights?
Bragging rights, definitely. It actually There's a couple things. So the first one is it obviously gives you a huge confidence boost to be on the cover of not just like a digital magazine or, a podcast guest, but like this is like physical, tangible book,
Yes,
which
yes,
is like I could frame this and put it up
yes.
on the wall in my office or in my bedroom or at the front door so that everyone can see it. And that's definitely a really good thing. The other thing is that on social media, sometimes the algorithms don't trigger the way that you would expect for various things. But this, doing the announcement that I was a cover girl, was actually a really good way to trigger quite a bit of interest from people. I got quite a few comments on the post. Quite a few people reached out to me in my DMs to talk about it and, congratulate me. And that sparks other conversations about, various parts of the businesses that I run. And definitely it opened some doors that it wouldn't have otherwise. So I'm immensely grateful to you for having a magazine and having me maybe your second cover girl after you. So thank you.
Yes, 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 yes. Well, a couple of things about the first cover and the magazine being born in March. Talk about birthdays and astrology. I'm a Pisces. I'm a March baby, and it just was so fitting that I had to be on the front cover. It just made sense. I was like, well, there's no sense in me looking for somebody to be on the front cover. I might as well just go on it myself. And yes, so I did. What I also want to bring to your attention on the back cover, we have Sherisse's logo, which is beautiful. Yes, yes, yes,
You.
yes,
Thank you.
yes.
Yeah, that's
There you go.
I wish I
Yeah.
could claim that that was a me thing, but um we have one of the my co-founders is a really good graphic designer and her name's Tina. And shout out to Tina because she designed that, so that is all her with just a little bit of my input and the other
Mhm.
founders, but yeah, she does beautiful work. So
Excellent, excellent. And as we come to that conclusion of our beautiful conversation, for those who are watching, continue. If you have not purchased your April issue just yet, no, you can. You can just go to my website. Again, that's Holistic Fitness NY, or reach out to Sherisse Rise so you can get the link so you can purchase. And know that she's
absolutely.
in every article, every magazine. She's in the March issue as well. And she's
Yeah,
also in the May issue as well.
got yours already. Ooh,
Yes,
it's
yes. Oh,
exciting. Mine's
I
still
always
in the
get my,
mail, so
yes, I always get my copies first. So I get it way before I even send out the link, only to make sure everything looks good. It's really interesting because what it looks like on the screen, and then
it's
when you
all
actually get it in your hands, it's a little different. So sometimes I have to go ahead and make some revisions and again get the copy again. So yes. So again, Sharice, let everybody know how they can reach you.
Ravingsuperfans.com is our home base. TranquilitySoulSpa.com is my personal healing business. Or Sherisse Marie on Facebook is probably best. So, yeah.
Yes, yes. And I believe you do have a summit in progress as we speak.
We do, absolutely. Yeah, the Total Health Forum, words, Total Health Forum is running right now. There is a Facebook group in obviously on Facebook. The events are actually run directly in a Facebook group, which is really cool. There's no charge for people who just attend any of them. And as I think I mentioned, we do have one a month. So there's four different Total Health Forum. Then next up is going to be the Business Success Forum. So if you're a business girly or business guy and you are doing a healing business of some kind, or you just have an interest in esoterica, that might be a good one for you to come hang out in. Then we've got the Infinite Wealth Forum, which is all forms of wealth, right? Like that is manifestation, law of attraction on steroids. It's fantastic. And then the flagship, which is the Spiritual Growth Forum, which is all about how to just transform your life and become the more of you that you were meant to be.
There you go. I love it. So it was
Mm,
a pleasure having this
thank
conversation to get to know you more and to show off the cover girl that you are. And for those of you who are watching, if you are interested in getting more information on how you can become an elite contributor or cover girl for 2026, feel free to reach out to me. I also have advertising space that if you want to advertise your business, whether you're a business person or an entrepreneur, whatever you fall under that category, feel free to reach out. Especially today, I have a great promotion going on. So if you do get to see this today, reach out to me. All that being said, Sherisse and I says goodbye. Have an amazing, amazing time until we all meet again.
Bye all.